guys, there's no one at my house to help me videotape this, and I'm quarantined, so I can't go get a neighbor to help me. So I had to hurry and come around to this side. And I don't know the angle, but I'm hoping you can see me, because it looked like it would work when I was on the other side. So I'm going to do the chapter 3 of Junie B. Jones' Dumb Bunny. But I want us to think a little bit about what happened in the previous chapter and try and summarize the things that happened in that chapter. I can remember that someone is having an Easter party. Do you remember who the person was? Right, it's Lucille. Lucille is going to have an Easter party, and she's going to have a special guest. That person was the Easter Bunny. So she's having a party. She has a special guest coming, and then she told the kids something else. She said that she was going to have a prize, and now I want you to try and think of what that prize was. For whoever found the golden egg, there was going to be a special prize, and the kids seemed very excited about this prize. Are you thinking? If you thought hard and you remembered that she said a special play date where they can go to Lucille's house and swim inside in her heated swimming pool that was enclosed, that was the prize. So the kids are super excited, and May is determined to win that prize. And she's very worried that somebody else was going to try and sneak and get it. Do you remember who she was talking about? Because that person was skipping around after Lucille. Right, it was Sheldon Potts. And so now May and Sheldon Potts are going to have some issues. So May won't just be bothering Junie B. Jones anymore. So chapter 3 is called Waiting and Waiting. And we all know how that is. When you're ready to have something happen and you're excited about it happening, like Christmas, and it just takes forever. And so I think that's what that means. On Saturday morning, I jumped out of bed, very excited, because today was the day of the party, of course. The Easter egg hunt, the Easter egg hunt. Today is the day of the Easter egg hunt. I sang real loud. I ran into Mother and Daddy's room and I turned on their light. The Easter egg hunt, the Easter egg hunt. Today is the day of the Easter egg hunt. I sang again. Mother opened one eyeball. It's not time to get up yet, Junie B., she said. It's still dark outside. Please go back to bed. She must have got up really early if it was still dark. I put my head next to her face. Yeah, only I don't think that's actually possible, I said, on account of my brain is already activated. Mother put her pillow over her head, and then I lifted it up. I'm going to find the golden egg today, I said. I told you about that, right? Whoever finds the golden egg gets to swim in Lucille's hot water. I hugged myself, very happy. I would love, love, love to swim in hot water, I said, except for Sheldon and May want that prize too. Plus, Lucille loves Sheldon, and so maybe she might give him a hint or something, and a hint would not be good. I did a little frown. Plus, here is another problem, I said. May has bird parts, and birds can see as good as a hawk. Mother pretended to snore, and then I did a huffy breath at her. Sometimes mothers do not act their old age. Finally, I put the pillow back on her head, and I went back to my room. And then I picked up my stuffed elephant named Philip Johnny Bob. And we skipped to my closet to pick out my party clothes. We looked at all my hangers. I said, What kind of clothes are good egg hunting clothes, do you think, Phil? Philip tapped on his trunk. Well, let's see. Good egg hunting clothes should be easy to run in, probably, because when you spot an egg, you'll have to beat people to it, right? He asked. Right, I said. Plus, good egg hunting clothes should not be a dress either, on account of sometimes when I am beating people to an egg, I will have to tackle them and get in a scuffle. Correct, said Philip. Tackling and scuffling often happens in egg hunts. He thought some more. Also, Good egg hunting clothes should have big pockets to carry all the eggs you're going to find, he said. I nodded. Yes, plus good egg clothes have to be pretty, right, Phil? I said, because this is a fancy party, you know. I know, said Phil. Egg clothes should definitely be pretty. Like, we looked some more in my closet. Then, both of us spotted the pretty clothes at once. Like those brand new lavender overalls that Mother just bought, we shouted real joyful. And Phil threw himself way high in the air. Yes, the brand new lavender overalls will be perfect, Junie B, because lavender is exactly like purple almost, and purple is the color of your favorite glasses. He flung himself in the air again. We are a genius at picking egg clothes, he said. Yes, we are a genius, Philip, I said back. I cannot lose the egg hunt in this perfect outfit. After that, I quick put on my lavender overalls, and then me and Philip ran to the window, and we sat down on the floor, and we waited and waited for daylight to come. The party was supposed to start at lunchtime. There was going to be a picnic before the egg hunt. That information was printed right on Lucille's fancy invitation. I read it to Mother and Daddy at breakfast. A picnic lunch will be served on the grounds before the event, I read and smiled. I enjoy eating on the ground, I said. Mother laughed. Oh, I don't think you'll be eating on the ground, Junie B, she said. Grounds are what rich people call their lawns and gardens. I got down from the table and looked outside. Do we have grounds? I asked. Mother rolled her eyes and looked at Daddy. Heavens no, Junie B, she said. What we have is weeds and crabgrass. Daddy sucked in his cheeks at her. Weeds and crabgrass is an issue, apparently. After breakfast, I waited for it to be time to leave. It was the longest morning I ever saw. Then finally, Daddy said it was time to go, so I ran to the car, lickety-split. Lickety-split is the grown-up word for zippity-fast. It took forever to get to Lucille's house. We drove and drove and drove, and then, at last, we turned down Lucille's long driveway. Lucille's house, we're finally at Lucille's house, I shouted out. I leaned my nose against the window. Remember when I came here last year, Daddy? Me and my friend Grace spent the night at this place, and I ate dinner and breakfast with her rich, expensive Nana. Then, oh my gosh, I saw her. I saw the rich, expensive Nana, and she was standing there with Lucille's mother and Daddy and brother, and they were welcoming all the cars. I opened my door and I ran to her. Well, we meet again, Nana, I hollered real happy. Then I hugged my arms around her middle and I tried to lift her off the ground, only she didn't actually budge that good. I stepped back and I looked at her. The Nana had put on a few pounds, I believe. After that, I tried to lift her again, but this time she took my arms away. Oh dear, no, young lady, you mustn't try to pick me up. You'll hurt yourself, she said. I looked at her kind of puzzled. Yeah, only I'm not a young lady, Nana. Look, see, it's me, it's Junie B. Jones. I pointed at my face. Don't you remember me, huh? I spent the night here with Lucille and Grace. Remember that, Nana? It was the time of our life, remember? The Nana looked closer at me. Then all of a sudden, drops of sweaty came on her head. Wonder why there's sweaty on her head. What does that mean? Why wouldn't the Nana want to see Junie B. Jones again? Then she took out a tissue and she dabbed herself. Oh my, oh dear, yes, I remember now, she said, and she did a little shiver. Junie B. Jones, I remember you well. I skipped around her in a circle. Today is going to be fun, right, Nana? Today I'm going to find the golden egg. After I skip, I held out my hand to do a high five, but the Nana didn't actually respond, and so I just swatted at her sleeve, and that's all. Here's a picture. Not sure where to hold that so you guys can see it, but the Nana looks a little bit shocked by Junie B. Jones. Just then, another car drove up in the driveway, and I turned around, and oh boy, it was my good friend named Shirley. Plus, after Shirley came Sheldon, and after Sheldon came Roger, and after Roger came Camille, and Chanel, and Herbert, and Jose, and Lenny. And then all the rest of the children in room 1 came too. Only wait till you hear this. I didn't see you know who. I looked all around to be sure, and then I crossed my fingers for luck, and I hoped that maybe May wouldn't show up at all, because maybe she would forget that the party was today, possibly. I thought for a minute, or else maybe her daddy's car would get 4 flat tires, or maybe his battery would go dead, or maybe his muffler would fall off in the middle of the street. Oh, those are not nice things to think about. I thought some more and did a grin. Or else maybe May was playing in her backyard this morning and she bent over to tie her shoe and floof, she got carried off by a North American barn owl. I bent over and laughed out loud. Now that was a good one. Sometimes Junie B is not a very nice person. Those were not nice things to wish on somebody. Do you think May's going to show up at that party? We'll have to see. And do you think the Easter Bunny is who's going to get to, whoops, I messed up. And who do you think is going to win and find the golden egg? Stay tuned. I'll talk to you guys later.